Okay, so this is a tutorial on how to make a 4-lane switcher as part of a train station. By the end of this, we want to set up like this, 4 buttons marked, I don't know, A, B, C, D, that will change these track pieces so that you're going directions A, B, C, and D. And we'll call these turn points, they're these switch points here, here and here, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to assume, if you're going to attempt this, that you have a reasonable knowledge of redstone wiring, so I'll try not to go over the really basic stuff, and I'll try and explain it in a way that actually shows what's happening, rather than you just copying like for like with what I've done. So basically what we've got here right now is like a tree shape of track, and underneath just blocks with redstone torches on the top. So how this is going to work is we're going to change these 3 points, and by changing these 3 points we can change to any one of these directions, and this can be scaled up bigger if you want more destinations or whatever. So by changing this to an on or off position, the track will switch between turning to the right and to the left. While it's facing left, you'll go onto this branch, which then means you can either go left or right here, and that's it, or it'll be facing this way, and it means you either go left or right here. So by changing this, you change which side you're going here, and then by changing these, you then change which one you go here. So it's all about controlling whether this piece is in the on and off, and whether this piece is on the on, well, all 3 are on the on and off. However, if you want to go, say, in direction A, you only have to care about points 3 and 1. Point 2 is irrelevant. Doesn't matter whether that's on or off anymore, because you're not going anywhere near that. Okay, so how do we change whether these are on or off? Well, underneath we're going with, rather than wires directly to them, because it looks nicer, redstone torches. Redstone torch underneath a piece of track, and change whether it's powered on or off. You can change the direction the track will face. Right. What we're going to be using to do this are memory cells, which is something I use a lot if you've seen any of my other videos. They look like this. It's just a block, nothing, block in a diagonal like that. You put a torch here, a torch there, and then you just wire in a square round like this. Only one side can be on at any one time, so you put power to this side, this one goes off, power to this side, he says, power to this side, the other one goes off. Well, they can both be on if there's constant power to both, but that would be pointless. Right, so effectively what we're going to do is have 3 of these memory cells, 1 connected to each of these torches, and then we're going to have buttons connected to either side of these memory cells. And these buttons will control whether the track piece is on or off, like so. Which switches the side of the memory cell, which switches the direction the track piece is facing. So we're going to build 3 of these underneath here. Going to do it really spread out, just so that we've got loads of room to play with. Obviously, when you're doing this design, you want to make it as compact as you can, but just so it doesn't get too confusing, I'm just going to make it nice and big. That's 1. We'll wire this side up. Gonna need a repeater in there. See, it's gone off now. Put another one this way. So another memory cell back here, why not? There. Like so. And one last one up the center here. We'll put it here. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. Now we've got our 3 memory cells, which, whether they're on or off, power these redstone torches on or off, which in turn power whether these switches at the top are on or off. Okay, let's call that A, B, C, D. Call this point 1, 2, and 3. And let's say left is on. Okay, so if you want to go to direction A, you want 3 on and 1 on. If you want to go direction B, you want 3 on and 1 off. If you want to go direction C, you want 3 off and 2 on. And if you want to go direction D, you want 3 off and 2 off, if you see what I mean. So by changing these 3 points, you can change which direction the cart will go. So now we need to effectively do what we've done here, but to these, which is add a button to control these memory cells. Okay, so there are 4 directions, so we need 4 buttons, A, B, C, and D. I have a lot of sheep here for some reason. Okay, so let's put them back here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or A, B, C, and D even. I've just gone and changed the system. There we go. Okay, so this is A, this is B, C, and D. Direction A. I'm going to build a quicker way to get up there. Okay. For direction A, this needs to be on, and this needs to be on. For A, it's already set up for A, but let's do this anyway. By on, I mean this red wire, not the light. The red wire leading up to it. Okay, so on and on. This is already on, and it's this side, so we want to wire the button up to this side, and this one, which is already on, and this side, so we want to wire it up to this side, and this is button A. So, we wire that up, and then wire this up to it as well, which is the other bit we just there. Okay, throw in some repeaters. Boom, and boom. I'm throwing repeaters in near the block, which may seem silly because you know the power's already getting to it, but they're also really useful for blocking like back current. As you can see, the power can only flow one way through it, so it stops power flowing back down through out of blocks and like I don't know, causing short circuits and things. It saves issues later, so it's good to put them in. Is what I'm trying to say. So pressing button A now will now provide power through these wires to these sides of the cells, which are on. As you can see, they're already on, so if I go down here and manually turn it off like this, and here switch it to the other side as well. Now when I pop back upstairs, it won't be direction A anymore. No, it's direction C. So this button here, if I've put enough repeaters in, A should change the track piece to direction A by providing power to the sides of the cells that change the track pieces to the right directions. So therefore A, C. at this point, it'd be good to mention that these buttons only need to ever power 2 memory cells, not 3, because, say for example, we want A, this one matters and this one matters. This one doesn't matter at all. Once you've gone down this route, it doesn't matter what state this is in. It's redundant. There's no need to worry about it. So each one of these buttons then needs to power 2 memory cells. So that's A. B, here. It's same process again. Just have to go and look, see what needs to be on or off for B. Direction B, this needs to be on and this needs to be off. This is already on here. This cable here already goes to the on side of that. So that's just hook into here. Now you see why it's important to have these repeaters, because if that wasn't there, then when I press this button for power, the power would go back down here and power this cell, which I didn't want to do. Anywho, I lost track now. That needs to be on, which it is, and this needs to also go to the off side of here, which is this one. Let's throw a repeater in there. It's handy since the new update. I say new, it's not that new anymore. One of the Pistons ones, they've changed how the repeaters work. It used to be that if you wanted to go around a corner, you'd have to have a whole block space, but they've changed it now so that you can just do an L like this. It can be straight off like that, which is really useful. Okay, so that's wired up. So if I press this button, it should do direction B now. Which it has done, and now direction C for button C. Oh, let's actually stop and figure it out first before I run over. Okay, so this needs to be off this time, and this needs to be on. So, off side of this is here, like so. Want to power it to C. That's C there. Dun 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 dun. Oh, ran out. There's some more. Okay. Just throw a whole bunch of repeaters in for good measure. Alright. Okay, so that's that one, and what was it? The far one needed to be on, which it already is, and it's this side for on. That's quite a long way to run a cable. Obviously this is ridiculously massive. There's no need to make it this big, just for example purposes. Okay, run the kit. Oh, I missed a bit. I went too far. Let's plug it into this one. There. I was going to do box D for some reason. Right. There. Done. So C powers that side of the cell, and it's going to need another repeater or two in here. There. Powers this side of the cell here. So this is direction C, button, and it should make it direction C. And there's a sheep on my steps. Direction C. There you go. Now, direction D, the last direction, this still needs to be off. And this also needs to be off. So,